Inknash Winikshas Timath Kukoyama Timur, Wana Hittite, not Hittite. Imi Manaimo Tinma. Hello, my name is Sound of a Woman Working in English. In the Nez Perce language, my given name is Koyama Timuch, which means Cougar Tracks the Prey, which most people call me. And my English given name is HollyAnna Littlebull. My maiden name is Pinkham. I am from the river people, which is Wana Hittite or not Hittite. And that means I come from the Columbia River area. And Ibimanaimo Tinma, which means I am also from the land. So I'm from the water people and the land people. And so I consider myself a water protector and a land protector by not only culture, but also by generational standards to protect where we come from. And so that's the land and the water. And I'm located in South Central Washington State, United States, which is the Yakama area. The tribe is spelled correctly. The city is spelled incorrectly. So I'm from Yakama, and that's the correct spelling of our tribe and the land that I come from. The city, unfortunately, hasn't followed suit, but that's their problem, not ours. They can't spell. And so I am an artist, both traditional and contemporary. I just consider myself an artist, neither traditional or contemporary, just an artist in general. And I do a lot of work that advocates for protecting the land and the water.
Ha mitaki api, chante washtia na pe Cayuse api ye, Dakota ya Utuhu Cistinna emaki api ye, Wishichuya Teresa Peterson. Bijuta zizi api hemata ha. Yeah, so I like to use our Dakota language because here we are in the Minnesota River Valley. This is Dakota Homelands where we are. And I'm overlooking the bluff of the river valley. So what I enjoy doing what I like to do mostly is be in the garden. So this is my favorite time of the year. And I just came in from the garden. I spent all day. I was also up at my dad's garden today because my dad recently passed away and we didn't want it to go to all to weeds, although there's plenty in there because I haven't had enough chance to go in there and do all the weeding. But so we're already harvesting a lot of things. We pulled our onions, they were ready, and so we're putting them on a drying rack today. I picked, it smells really good in here. We got dill all over the place. So the dill is in and the cucumbers are just starting. And that's something I want to keep up because my dad always planted the cucumbers. That was his thing, cucumbers and dill. And let's see what else. I did a whole bunch of chives because then I dry them and then I have them all winter long for my soups and whatnot. And then we also just did our potatoes, our early potatoes. So we're going to eat really good tonight. We're going to have venison brats on the grill. And then we're going to have fried potatoes and onions and peppers. And then I have some yellow squash and zucchini. And I picked my first 2 okra this morning. And we're going to fry that all up with some onions and garlic. It's really going to be good. And then I made some jello with raspberries because our raspberries, I don't know how many bags of frozen raspberries, but So they're starting to peter out now, but I made a jello with it. So we're gonna have raspberries and jello for our dessert. Doesn't that sound good?
What is your ripple effect? We believe to live like water. And what is your impact? What kind of ripples do you cause? Are they good ones? Are they bad ones? But we believe you're supposed to, if you're even handling water, you're supposed to be in a good way. So what is your positive impact? How are you being like water?
Well, I feel like, I mentioned this about being a good relative. And that means, to myself. So I just shared all the ways that I nurture my well-being. So that's one. And then of course I have my family and hope to have grandchildren. And I can't wait to take them to the garden, these future grandchildren, and pass on all the traditions around what we do here, including the seeds. And I would say that's another thing, seeds. I've gifted a lot of people different seeds, and and then also supported people, with their questions or what. I've done a lot of garden tours and help people. And then of course we gift things. So I feel like my ripple is that I'm always willing to share and support people, whatever they want to learn around this. And I hope that some of it sticks, for the next generation. I would say the other thing is, I mentioned that we're trying to restore some of the land here. So we've put in some of, what should be here, prairie plants and things like that. So part of it is the restoration of the land, of what it originally was and what it should be. So that's another thing I hope that it makes a difference. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I feel like, we have this saying in any country about, we have seven generations forward we're thinking about, but we're also learning from the 7 generations past. And so what is our responsibility right now? And that is just to be simply a good relative. I would say that's the essence of our Dakota culture, is to be a good relative. And so if we can just keep that in mind in how we are to each other, how we are with the land. And of course it starts with ourselves, because what is that saying? You can't serve a bitter cup, or, or whatever. So it starts with ourselves. So taking care of ourselves so that we can be in good service to others.